Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Namaste. So today's webinar session, we are going to conduct it on the topic of the rental infrastructure and the information about the Capex and Opex. Further moving to our session of the today, I would definitely expecting everyone is in the safer and the healthier conditions, and also everyone is having their social norms properly for the COVID-19 situations. So moving further for our webinar session today, would like to give the introduction about our company, that is the Network Tech Lab India Private Limited. Talking about our company organization, our company has founded in the year of 1996, which is established in the name of the system integrators. The company itself is providing the all types of solutions and services which is related to the IT and solutions with customized end-to-end technological solutions for a complete organizational setup. The organization is headquartered in Mumbai itself, wherein having the presence in across 14 cities all over India. The cities visually are as follows. We can see here on the screen: Mumbai, Thane, Navi Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, Vapi, Surat, Vadodara, Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi, and Kolkata. We serve across all pan-India bases respective to our wide variety of solutions and services. We also have our one global location headquartered at Singapore country. And as per the information about the customer clientele base, we have 7,500 plus customers satisfactory. Moving further, the ideology about the company, which is belief, and the company is enjoying the customer loyalty and the customer retention, is just because of the aspects that we can see on the screen, is because of 24/7 support, technically certified team we do have in our organization. We also have the strong SLAs and the best uptime, that is the turnaround time. We also have the 99% customer retention rate for all the varieties of the solutions and services we have provided to all of them. Now, moving further, talking about our global alliances, we are strongly and tentatively believing and having the concentration, particularly in the fields of the information technology. We also looking after the data center technology, operational technology, automotive technology, rental infrastructure, barcoding, automation, and various other types of solutions and services. We are highly believing in the innovative and tentative ideas. We also have the highest rate of the customer appreciation, that is 10 out of 9.8. Talking about the variety of solutions we have and we are offering as a part of the NTIPL, that is Network Tech Lab India Private Limited, we strongly have the various departments of the solutions and services, namely as follows. They are visually into the modern IT infrastructure, energy efficiency and power solutions. We are also dealing in the thermal and fire safety solutions products. We are also into the various types of audio visual solutions. We are also in the cyber security, solar energy and green energy solutions product related services. We are also providing the barcoding and automation, office automation. We are also providing the variety of the other enterprise solutions group as well. Now, moving further, what are the various types of services we are providing as a part of NTIPL? We have various types of wide range of services, namely as follows. We provide the utmost services like hot and cold air containment for the various data center related services. We also have the annual maintenance contract. We also provide the primarily services for the battery testing and monitoring as per the solutions requested by the clients and the customers. We also have the energy assessments based on the periodical levels. We also have the power quality analysis, harmonic study, structured cabling according to the customer's requirements. We also have the electrical safety assessments, thermography, and the breaker testing. Depending upon the situations and the criteria, what exactly they need and the solution is requested by the organization or the customers, we provide the utmost range of the services according to the customizable and the serviceable approach. Now, moving further to the main session of the webinar, that is to know about what is Capex and what is Opex, and what are the terms that are highly responsible for the Capex and Opex, and how they are effectively manageable and responsible for the organizations. So moving further, We'll learn and we'll know about what exactly is the Capex. Capex is basically, it's an expenditure which is primarily done by the organizations, is the money which is spent to buy, maintain or improve the fixed assets which is present in the organization. Basically, it's nothing but the capital expenses which the businesses are incurring to create a benefit for the long-term use, that is for the future prospects. So basically, as the name already indicating, Capex, which is abbreviatingly stands for the capital expenditure. It's an expenses which is incurred by the business for the long-term use. Wherein, like, talking about the Opex, Opex is simply term defined as the expenses, which is ongoing cost for the running of the product, business, or the system. So basically, as we know, OPEX, that is the operational expenditure, operational cost, which is required for the recurring transaction of the day-to-day activities in the organization. So it's basically the cost which is incurred for the various types of the products, business, and the systems which is required in the organization. Basically, it's an expenses which is required for the day-to-day functioning, as I already explained. Now, moving further, we have analyzed and we have thought about the information to provide to the clients and the customer, that what exactly are the challenges, what exactly are the problems, and what exactly are the difficulties that the companies are facing as a part in their organizations. So we analyzed and we tentatively came into some of the solutions that are primarily follows into the screen. They are as the firstly is the capital. Definitely, as an individual and as an organization, I'll be definitely thinking about how to invest and what are exactly are the results are going to come when I'm going to invest in the organization. So capital, it's basically a sum of money which is organizations spending and investing into the businesses. It's basically playing a significant role, definitely only if the protocols are followed properly. If the management and the decision making is not done according to the levels of satisfaction in the organization, definitely the investments are not subjected to the marketing risk. Further, moving to our next tentative point is the various sectors available in the organization. The another factor which is highly responsible is the sectors in the organization, where we can see why the organizations are facing the challenges. It's just because of the various departments available in the organization, say as like purchase department, admin department, HR department, logistic department, operations department, IT department, etc. So basically, how relatively the departments are playing the active role in the day-to-day functioning activities are primarily suffering because of the poor lack management and the lack of good advisories. So yes, we all know if the advisories and if the management is definitely at most according to the levels of the satisfaction, then none of the organizations can face difficulties in the decision making. Further, another analyzed point what we do have here is the upgradation. What exactly the technology and techniques which are primarily available in the upcoming markets, an organization has to be always adhered with the same. So some companies tend to fail or lose because of the technologies and the technique which is used tentatively for the decisions making. Yes, some of the organizations, they don't follow the norms properly, or might be they have some of the issues for making the decisions. Therefore, whichever the upgradations is available according to the norms in the market, the company falls tends to such situations. And therefore, the upgradations fails because of the certain decisions. Another important factor which is highly responsible for the challenges that the companies are facing is the budgeting. Definitely, as an individual and as an organization, I will be always think about the future prospects depending upon the two factors, that is the cost effectiveness and the optimization of my resources. Organizations are primarily affected due to improper budgeting and the cost estimations. It's just because of the lack of investor interest, poor efficiency in the management, and the root cause of the analysis. Analysis, as in the sense, the decision making done by the board of directors, shareholders, etc. The last point, important factor which is responsible is the maintenance. how smarter and effective an organization can depends upon the factor of the cost effective and the optimization. Simply, what exactly the maintenance are required in the organization. Definitely, it's highly responsible, one of the important factors that the companies are facing it. So these are the challenges we have broadly described and interpreted according to the analyze what we have did it. Moving further to our next information on the screen, how the businesses are changing from Capex to Opex. That is, how the various organization and individual or businesses, they are changing the decisions to come from the Capex to the Opex. That is from the capital expenditure to the Opex, operational expenditure. As we all know, that I already explained that the capital expenditure is highly requires a huge capital to invest in it, and it's for the longer term of the use. Wherein OPEX is the operational cost which is incurred by the organization for the day-to-day functioning. So definitely the organizational and the technological developments are occurring faster than the companies which can digest, and thus because of this reason, these are the exact reasons why many organizations are shifting from the reliance on the capital requirements to the operational spendings. Yes, I will be as an individual thinking about the organization. Definitely, I'll be thinking to the cost which is incurred on the day-to-day basis, and I should be having the profit and loss statement and various statements for the cost incurred for my day-to-day activities, not the cost which is incurring for the high and the huge investment amount which is I'm incurring for the businesses. Moving further, how tentatively the OPEX is working excellent over the CAPEX. Now, some of the factors which we have analyzed and we have explained it here as follows. So firstly, we can see here why the OPEX is excellent over the CAPEX. The firstly is the cost information. How the costs are assigning to the operating expense budget. Definitely the cost which is assigned is on the day-to-day functioning in the OPEX, wherein the cost which is assigned in the CAPEX is a use term capital which is for the long term of the use. The secondly important point we have here is the expense which is tracked in the profit and loss statement. Definitely, as I already explained it, the profit and loss statement is highly responsible for the various of the activities which is held as a day-to-day activities of the organization. So expenses plays a highly important role. How much exactly I'm investing and what are the expenses we are incurring and what are the returns we are getting. These two factors are highly responsible. The another analyze what we have did it is the equipment's monthly expenses, which is tracked and deducted from the lines which is incurred. That is especially instead of being depreciated over several of years. As we can see, the assets, whichever the assets we have in the organization, they are highly responsible for the depreciations because assets are depreciable over a period of time. That is, say, as like more than a year or a more than 1 year. So definitely the equipments which is required for the monthly basis, they are always incurred. That's this three factors which we have analyzed and they're highly responsible. That's the reason OPEX plays a significant role over the CAPEX. Now further moving to our next information on the screen. What are the various difference we can see here on the screen for the CAPEX over the APEX? So firstly, what basically the CAPEX is about. The capital expenditure is abbreviated as CAPEX, wherein the operating expenses is abbreviated as the OPEX. What is the second differentiate between we can see here is the capital expenditure are the major purchase done by the organization or company which is to be incurred for the long term of use. Definitely. Wherein moving to the operating expenses, it's the expenses which is done by the organization for keeping its business operational for the day-to-day activities. The another important factor for the differentiate between why the CAPEX and why the OPEX is the CAPEX requires huge capital to purchase the IT infrastructure and the various solutions and services, wherein the OPEX the IT on higher being OPEX requires small amount as compared to the OPEX. Definitely, as it is incurred on the day-to-day activities and the day-to-day functioning of the businesses, the amount which is required in the CAPEX is a lesser amount compared to the CAPEX. Another factor which is responsible is the capital expenditure cannot be deducted from the income for tax purposes. In the CAPEX, we cannot deduct any of the taxes for the income, wherein operating expenses can be deducted from the taxes. They are highly taxable due to the day-to-day activities functioning. Secondly, important factor is the IT equipments can be purchased, but we cannot upgrade it into the shorter duration. As the CAPEX is a huge investment done for the longer term of use, therefore the IT infrastructure or the equipments which we are purchasing, we cannot upgrade it within this shorter period of time. Wherein the OPEX is a day-to-day expenditure we have done for the businesses, therefore we are highly upgradable as per the requirements and whenever we are required. The lastly point which is highly I'm so sorry, is my voice audible?
Yes, Swapna.
I'm so sorry. Actually, I didn't know my voice was not coming to me. Yes, yes. So the lastly important factor, which is highly responsible, is the all the IT operation responsible remains with the buyer itself. Wherein in the OPEX, the services provided is a part of the monthly services. So this is the information wherein we can see for the differentiate between the CAPEX and the OPEX. Why to hire the IT infrastructure over the new purchases? What the benefits I will get as an individual or an organization if I'm purchasing, if I am hiring it or renting the IT infrastructure rather than the purchasing it. So some of the factors which are responsible we can see here as wide range of hardware available. Benefits of the firstly of renting the high infrastructure is the wide range of hardware available. Secondly, no capital investment is required. That is cost effectiveness. Very major important factor. When we purchase something new, equipment, tools and services for the businesses, they requires a huge capital that does not make a cost effectiveness to the business decision making. Wherein if we are hiring or if we are renting the IT infrastructure, it is highly cost effective in nature. Easy instant and online upgrades. As I already informed, the IT infrastructure which we are renting, they're always upgradable in nature and easy and highly installable. Another important factor, the quick means of upgrading to the latest technologies. The latest technologies which are upgradable and available in the marketing strategies, they are always upgraded according to the pros and cons conditions. Secondly, excellence and the latest equipments available. Definitely, as I already mentioned it, that the equipments which we are purchasing on the IT infrastructure, they're always excellent and latest as per the new business trends. No worry for maintenance or repair cost. The IT infrastructure is on the rental basis. Therefore, there is no such operation cost or the repair or the maintenance cost can occur. Configuration customized to exact requirements. The requirements as per the info from the organizations or the customer points, they're always configured according to the customization due to their respective requirements. Ensuring the quick turnaround time. As I already mentioned before in our Network Tech Labs SLA timings, we have the turnaround timings of the prompt adherences and prompt responses to our customer needed. Ensuring about the timings for the installation and the meeting services requirements. We also have the rental being revenue expenditure to create a tax savings. As already informed, the IT infrastructure which we are tends to having on the rental basis, they're always greater tax savings than the new purchases. That means an individual point of view or as a customer point of view, I will always think about that my tax amount should be always saved. And I should always have the consideration factor of the cost effectiveness. So definitely I will jump over the renting my businesses with the IT infrastructure rather than purchasing with the new one. The last important factor is the suitable for the temporary needs. So definitely IT infrastructure subjects to the rental on the rental basis. That's the for a shorter period of time, say as like 3 months or quarter or a half yearly or yearly, or say as like more than a year. So depending upon the factor, we can like use for the temporary needs as well. Example like exhibitions, we can use the IT infrastructure. We can also use it for the presentations, any of the special promotions like which is there in the organization, and the personal events what we have. So no, it's not necessary that like for a period of time you only like IT infrastructure can be rented. It can be rented also for the temporary needs, say as like for the 10 days or 15 days or 5 days or so. So depending upon these factors also, it is highly responsible. So these are the beneficiaries which is making itself that the renting of the IT infrastructure over the new purchases. Moving further, now we all will be having a question in our mind that why to rent from the network tech lab? Yes, I mean, instead of purchasing new, why should I get it rent from the network tech lab? So yes, definitely some of the points that are highly responsible are dedicated team we do have as a trained professional for the service and the maintenance. Any of the specific services or customized services which is required by the organization, they're highly maintenance and the services as per the dedicated team. We provide utmost support throughout the 24/7. We have the quick delivery across any cities of the India, respectively as follows. That is the Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Pune, Vapi, Vadodara, Ahmedabad, etc. We also have our own logistic teams for the delivery and the collection. That means we do not have a separate, like you can say, the logistics team available. That means we have to approach them. We have to request it for the delivery and the collection parts. We have our own logistic teams. So therefore, utmost assurity is done from our end. And we always assure to our customers that whichever the needed are required, they're always fulfilled with the same. As I early informed about the SLA, we have the strong SLA of the 4 to 6 hour to resolve any of the issues faced by the organization or an individual with the replacement options. Yes, we do have the replacement option as well. We also provide the standby equipments and assistant if requirement is in the quantity. As an individual or as an organization, if the requirements is in the quantity, we also provide the equipment standby and the assistance also for the same. So definitely, if I will be thinking over like as for the beneficiary for long term of use for my organization, instead of like purchasing with the new one, I will definitely go for the renting one. Yes, moving further, what are the various types of the products and solutions we are renting in our organization? We have wide range of these services and solutions as follows. As we can see on the screen, we have the servers and the storages, data centers. We have primary workstation according to the customized requirements of the organization. We have various Apple products, iPods, iPhones. We have the iPads, MacBooks, etc. We also have the various types of the printers, photocopier, multi-copiers, printers, scanners, etc. We also provide huge range of the desktops and the laptops depending upon the customized and the request done by the organization. We also have the firewalls, switches, and the routers. We have multiple projectors and screens for the presentation of the organization. We have various types of display, signages, audio solutions. We also have the barcode printers and scanners, automation parts. We also provide the services for the Wi-Fi due to the internet and the network issue available in the organization. So some of the products and the factors we have already seen it here. So these are the some of the solutions and services which we are providing on the rental basis. Now, I will be requesting my another team member, Mr. Rajesh Chheda, to take over this session of the webinar and to continue with the same and to provide with the information. And also Rajesh Chheda will be responsible for any of the frequently asked customers. If you individually should have, you can definitely ask to Rajesh Chheda any of the questions you have in the end of the session. So I'll be requesting Mr. Rajesh Chheda to take over this session. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Swapnil.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are definitely audible. You can move
Yeah,
further.
okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
So, as already introduced by Mr. Swapnil, I am Rajesh Chheda, Business Development Manager for Rental IT. So, here I will start for multiple rental solutions we offer. So, first solution is dedicated servers and storage on rent. We provide dedicated servers and network storage, which is best in class with 24 by 7 support. Available brands are HP, Dell, and IBM. This we can make available as per exact configuration required by customers. We can provide servers for minimum 1 month to maximum period as required by customers. This is feasible for new startup companies, branch offices, small, medium, large businesses, and organizations which is on lease having lease infrastructure. Moving to next slide, latest workstations. We provide an extensive range of graphic workstations across India. It is a high performance system having advanced graphic capabilities. These are made ready with customers' requirement and get ready with proper installation and testing. This is mainly useful for graphic designing and animation purposes. Moving to next, Apple products. We provide all Apple products with latest configurations on rent. That is iMac, iPad, MacBook, Mac Mini, tablets, and i4. Nowadays, many IT and ITES companies are using this product on rent. Also, many software companies are using this on rent for testing purposes. Moving to next, UPS and batteries. We provide all types of UPS, that is online, single phase, three phase, and industrial UPS with batteries for protection against power failure. It is suitable for all corporate houses, banks, hospitals, and also for short-term uses like exhibitions, events, and seminars. In this way, rental UPS save huge project cost and also save electrical devices from power fluctuation. Coming to next slide, printers, photocopiers, and scanners. We provide start from basic printer to Canon's higher-end multifunction device. It is essential for reputed brand like Canon to avoid frequent breakdown and ensure smooth working of business. We have awarded Certificate of Business Excellence 2019 from Canon. Next, laptops and desktops. We provide all core laptops and desktop, that is i3, i5, i7, and also i9 with latest generation. We have all brands available with us, that is HP, Dell, Lenovo, Asus, and Acer. We provide laptops for very short duration, even for a day, which is very useful for short-term needs like events, exhibitions, and seminars. These rental solutions are also suitable for IT and ITES companies as there is large number of employees are working to save huge capital expenditure. Moving to next slide. Firewalls, switches, and routers. We are pioneer and leader in providing firewalls, switches, and routers. We have major brands available with us, that is Cisco, Delay, and we have huge inventory ready for any such requirements. Next is projector and screens. We provide all major brands projectors from 3000 luminance to 7000 lumens screen. Major brands available in projectors are Sony, Ericsson, Hitachi, etc. It is very suitable for short-term requirements like educational functions, conferences, events and exhibitions, and also for entertainment purposes. Next is display and audio solutions. We have also available display solutions like digital smart signage, smart LED signage, standalones, kiosks, keyboard solutions, and video walls on rent. Main brands available is Samsung. We are also specialized in commercial audio solutions like amplifiers, microphones, loudspeakers, hearing systems, mixtures and control. Next slide. Coming to next. Barcode printer and scanner. We have largest barcode rental and leasing programs available for scanners and readers in the industry. We have Zebra's barcode printer, which is helpful in managing and tracking your assets. Next is Wi-Fi setup. We are capable to build Wi-Fi networks as per customers' requirement in any sizes and configurations, which enable the organization to stay away from costly procedures of setting up cables in a building or a connection between hardware devices. This is very essential in corporate meeting, events, and exhibitions. Coming to next. So here I will go for one case study. Case study is of IIFJAS. It is the largest trade fair costume jewelry organized at NESCO. नेस्को में हर साल इसका फेयर होता है और वो एकदम बड़े इस पैमाने पे होता है. तो ये इवेंट में जो फेयर होता है उधर सिक्योरिटी लगता है, सिक्योरिटी पर्पस, और वो सिक्योरिटी पर्पस के लिए सीसीटीवी कैमरा का सेटअप रहता है उनका. तो वी हैव प्रोवाइडेड नंबर ऑफ डेस्कटॉप, laptops, workstations, UPS, LCD and LFD to support their CCTV systems. उनका मेन पर्पस ये था सीसीटीवी लगाने का कि एवरी मोमेंट जो रहता है वो कैप्चर करता था. उनको सीसीटीवी को जो पावर बैकअप लगता है पावर बैकअप प्रोवाइड करने का था उनको, और डेस्कटॉप और लैपटॉप जो थे वो एलईडी से कनेक्ट करने के थे. तो ये मेन पर्पस थे उनके. तो ये मटेरियल हमने 2019 में उनको प्रोवाइड किया था. Coming to advantages. So ये सीसीटीवी लगाने के बहुत सारे यानी फायदे रहते हैं, जैसे कि ये मॉनिटरिंग एक्टिविटीज जो रहती है वो उधर रखनी पड़ती है. इतने बड़े पैमाने पे ये जो होता है ट्रेड फेयर, उधर सिक्योरिटी पर्पस के लिए सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगाना बहुत जरूरी होता है. Also monitoring of staff members, visitors, and ingoing, outgoing of materials, which is ultimately help to carry out safe, secure, and smooth activities for an event. By installation of CCTV, if at all any crime or robbery happens, it is easy to identify with help of footage captured in CCTV. Also, we have provided 60 numbers UPS, so that is for power backup in case of power failure. So here I am ending my presentation and handing over to Mr. Swapnil for further.
Sure, Rajesh. Thank you so much for your cooperative and the coordination information. So would like to explain us about before ending with this session today. Would like to show you here some of the alliances or the partners we have continued and be there with the Network Tech Lab. Some of the name and some of the information we can see on the screen, like what if we have Avocent, Canon, Samsung, we have the Avil Gilon, we have the Asco Brocade, as we can see, Cisco, Amaraja, we have the Kramer, HP, Microsoft, AWS, Dell, Extreme, Citrix, Polycam. So these are the multiple of the alliances or partnered services we have with our NTIPL. Also, as we can see on the screen, some of the very varied customers, they're primarily and tentatively, they're satisfied with the solutions and services we have provided to them. They're namely one of the largest organization established in India. Some of the name we can see here as like Adani, we can see here Z, Asian Paints, Forbes, SDFC, LNT, NetMagic, Mahindra, Siarams, Siemens, Dodge, TCS, Reliance, India Mart, Fidelity, Ferrero Rocher. So some of these are the organizations which have definitely extremely they're satisfied with the services we have provided to them. These are the awards and the accolades we have got it from the various organizations based on like some of the organization awards like the Enterprise Awards Partner Award, the Emerging Partner Award, the Certificate of the Business Excellence. We have also got the Best Service Award, Most Supportive Partner Award. We also have got the Emergence Business Partner Award. As also we can see here, we have got the Honorary Award, Channel Partner Award, Champions of the Award, Channel Partner, Pillars of the Excellence Award, Excellence Service Award, Gold Partner Award. So these are the various of the awards and the accolades we have got it just because of the two important factors of the network in Tech Lab India Private Limited. The factors are the qualitative and the quantitative approach. How qualitatively, we are providing the solutions and services to the organization depending upon the quantitative approach also. So the utmost services what we're providing to the wide range of the requirements from the organizations, we are tentatively providing at the pace of the speed.